My name is Stacy and I write In the Kitchen with Stacy. I've had a lot of encouragement from friends and family to say, hey, you know what, you should start a YouTube channel. And I'm like, yeah, that's definitely not for me. And I just don't have the time. I am a mom of 2 girls. I'm finishing up my master's, which, yay, I'll be finished in July. And I don't know, I just don't have the time to do all that. So last night I was watching a YouTuber, one of my favorite beauty bloggers, and she was saying, you know what, if you want to go for it, go for it. Do a YouTube channel. And I'm like, you know what, I think that's the final push. I'll just give it a shot. What else? Yeah, I'm a chef. So is my husband. He's still in the industry. And I'm at home with our 2 girls because chef life and family life, they just don't mix. So what today's video is going to be all about is knives and knife skills. I'm going to show you how to hold your knife, what's the motion that you need to be doing, how to hold this hand if you are right-handed, how to hold this hand so you do not cut yourself, and yeah, so let's get started. So if your knife is a little bit banged up, how I can see by mine is, we need to use the steel. So with that, there's a few different ways on how to use this. You can go right here, and it's 45, 45, 45, 45. Or you can go this way. You see how here, here. Or you can go down on your cutting board and do this. It's entirely up to you. There's no right way. Those are a few ways that you can do it. Just make sure you don't cut yourself. Remember, one of my chef instructors was telling me that one guy, he had this huge knife and he had a steel right here and he was going right to town and wasn't paying attention and just talking, and wham, right here. Yeah, don't do that. Take your time with it. It's just so you can get the alignment back in your blade, which I can see mine is a little bit better now. There we go. Now, how to hold your knife. I have small hands and this is a big knife. The way I like to do it, and it's been easier for my daughter, it's just a personal preference. You can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have a good grip on your knife like this. Okay, so there's that. Any way that you hold your knife, do not do this number. That's how you're going to get arthritis right here. I don't care how old you are, if you already have arthritis and you want to make it worse, don't do it, okay? Or this is how you've been holding your knife for years and you've never had an issue with it. Okay, well, suit yourself whatever you want to do. This is what I was always taught. Do not do that. Get the finger off of here. It's not a resting place. Now, one thing that you'll notice is after a while, when you start holding your knife in a better way so you can control the blade, is yes, after a while, this will get rough and you'll build up a callus. Okay, for younger chefs, yes, okay. For at home, depends on how much cooking you're doing. We'll see. So with this, you'll have a better control on the blade. There are some people that like to hold their knife like this. I can't do that. The first time I saw that, I'm like, that works for you? Whatever floats your boat, okay? So we've done the steel and this. All right, so let me show you how to do some proper peeling just to make your life a little bit easier, okay? Okay, so plastic wrap, best friend right here, okay? To peel your onions and to peel your carrots, to make your life a little bit easier. Peel potatoes. This is how I peel my potatoes as well. Remember, time is money. I don't know how much money and time you all have, but my time is precious to me, especially when you're like, Mama, I'm hungry. Okay, less cleanup the better. I can just peel it and go. All right, so when I do my onion, right here, I take off just a little bit. Food is getting expensive. It's crazy. And yet the wages are still the same, right? So I don't like to take off 2 honkin' pieces of my onion, all right? Food, you gotta respect your food because it has to come from somewhere. Okay, so just like that, that's how we peel. Now for your carrot, we do this, a little bit and a little bit. Right on the plastic wrap, done. Now, I just go to town and I peel my carrot. Now you can see why I prefer this peeler. It is so much easier. Now, where do I find them? Thank you, TJ Maxx and Marshalls. This is where I find my peelers, or there is, of course, Amazon. Amazon Prime, 2 days, it's here. Thank you. There's that way as well. So, that's that. Let's get this cut too. All right. Forget. I'll just edit that out. Okay. Now my celery, I take off a little bit here and here. This I will use for stock. You know that stuff that you like to buy in a container? What is stock? Easy. It's just vegetable scraps and water. Chicken stock is chicken bones, vegetables, and water. Cook it for a few hours. There you go. But do not boil your chicken stock. You always simmer it. If you boil it, it'll be cloudy. Okay. So we've got that. So we have a container for unusable waste and usable waste. Or is how Rachel Ray calls it, for my trash can. Yeah, same thing. Okay? You get the point. So, there's this. Okay. So, here we go. Now, cutting celery, it depends on what you're going to make with it. Let's say I'm going to make a nice vegetable or chicken soup or whatever. And so I need a small dice. Okay, so I cut it right in half. And I have my knife, how I'm holding it, 1, 2, 3 fingers here, 1 finger here, and I grip the knife. Now, how I am going to be rocking my knife is just this. You are not trying to be an Iron Chef or anything like that and doing that. That's not what you're doing. That's not how you're supposed to do it, okay? I guess because people have had their experience, they can do it. Hey, whatever. This is how you're supposed to hold your knife and rock it. You go roll with it, rock with it, roll with it, rock with it. You see how this has a little bit of a curve right here? You utilize that. And you just roll and rock with it. That's it. Pretty easy. Rolling on the boat, rocking on the boat, okay? Now, how to hold your hands. It's called the claw, right here. So, I just do this. Okay, so there we go. We've got a nice small cut for our celery right here. All set to go for chicken soup, whatever. Now, another thing I want to point out is how I'm working on my board. I'm going from point A to point B. That's it. I'm not dancing around the cutting board. It goes point A to point B. End of story. That, you work clean, you work smart. That's how you won't get yourself hurt. You want to try to minimize accidents, right? Now, people will say, well, I'm not a professional chef, da 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 da. I don't care if you're not a professional chef. You still need to learn how to cook. Cooking is a life skill. Not all of us can go out to eat all the time. So, this is how you can do that. Okay, so I go down, and then I just go right here, and I turn it into planks. And this can be for a small dice, a medium dice, carrot sticks for the kids. Hey, there you go. So after I do this, I cut it into the sticks right here. So planks into sticks. You want to try to get them about the same size. They don't need to be completely perfect. I get it. It's okay. If you can't get them completely perfect, life will go on. Your family will eat, or you will eat. You want to try to get them about the same size because of cooking times. That's why. You don't want to have a big piece of carrot that's still raw versus a small piece of carrot which is mush, okay? So then, again, I do the cloth. I go from planks to sticks to cubes. Done. There you go. And again, you see how I'm working. I'm going from point A to point B. That's that. Done. Beautiful carrots, all ready to go. Now, another way, what you could do is you could have a nice plate all ready to go. And this little thing here is called a bowl scraper. You can also use another one called a bench scraper to make your life easy. Boom, right on the plate. All set, ready to go for cooking. Yay! Okay, so that's that. I'm going to put this down here because we don't need it right now. Now the onion. I know, a lot of people are afraid of doing onions. I get it. There's a few different ways of cutting your onion. So, right in half. Look at that. Beautiful. Ready to go. Now, there is this way where you take your knife and you go right across. Now, this is the way that I would be doing it if I were still in industry. And then after that, I would go down. That, and then little dices. Done. Ready to go. There is that way, but some people do not like to do it that way. I get it, because, oh my gosh, what if I cut myself, like right here, when I'm trying to do the knife? Okay, it's all right. If you don't feel comfortable doing that, that's fine. You can just make little lines just like that, right across. I didn't have to do this. You don't have to. It's okay. They won't be as completely perfect, but for at home, that's okay. Done. Now, if you can't get all these little pieces all cut up, that's perfectly fine. What you can do is save that for stock. Stock is always great. I love making my own stock because I just say what I'm doing is I'm utilizing the trash, because it's true. It's pieces that people will throw out, meaning parsley stems, the pieces of onion like this, the celery pieces. I don't like to use carrot peels really, because I feel that after long cooking times, after long cooking times, the peels can get bitter. I don't like to use the carrot peels for my stock, because I feel that after long cooking times it gets bitter, and I don't want to have a bitter tasting stock after I'm working so hard to, like, okay, I'll get the chicken off the bone, which that'll be in my next video. I'll show you how to take the chicken off the carcass. Really easy and save you money. Okay, organic chicken, if I can get that, that's $2.69 or $2.99 a pound. $2.69, $2.99, something like that, over at Aldi, and it's organic and non-GMO verified. Woohoo! And I'll buy the whole chicken that way. Or I've seen people like buying the organic chicken breasts. That's a waste of money, especially with, it's like $8 for 2 breasts, but I can get the whole chicken for $10. There you go. So that's how, I'll show you how to do that in my next video. So I am very excited. This is my very first YouTube video. and welcome to my channel. I look forward to hearing from all of you, and I can't wait to go on this adventure with you. So thank you. I think this will be a fun experience.